today is day 298 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with technically we're kicking off project number 4, Magic 8 Ball. So, what does the Magic 8 Ball project entail, you might ask? And I am wondering just the same. Alright. Magic 8 Ball. Allow the user to ask a question or return a random response from the Magic 8 Ball. Fairly straightforward. Specifications. Your HTML page should include a text input to allow the user to ask a question and a submit button. When the user types a question and clicks submit, you will randomly return a response from the Magic 8 Ball. Here are some possible responses. Be creative with it. I think it will work out. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. Highly likely. It is certain. I don't know about that. My sources say no. And we can add our own. Like, stop buying multiple cats at once. Stuff like that. So, display the Magic 8 Ball response. Whoa, hold on. Damn. Highlighting issues again. There we go. Display the Magic 8 Ball response to the user. Be creative with how you display the response. We're gonna need to start using animation and stuff. The very things we've been avoiding are coming to the forefront as essentials in this project. Okay, be creative with how you display the response. After n seconds, remove the Magic 8 Ball response, clear the input field, and allow the user to ask a new question. Okay, so the functionality of it isn't too different from the last two projects we've set up. However, the presentation of the data is we're ramping up the difficulty slightly. If we were practicing them the last two, this would be a smooth transition, but we've got a steeper grade since we've been avoiding some of the animation stuff in the CSS front. But now we get to conquer that. Good times. Extra credit. Add basic client-side validation to the text input to ensure that the user has not left the field blank and that the input ends with a question mark. Oh, clever. Okay. Try using promises to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. Try using promises to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question, and then reset the response after n seconds. An example of this type of promise chaining might look like handle user input, constant handle submit equals something, which prevent the form from being submitted. Event prevent default, we've used that before, okay. Ask the Magic 8 Ball a question. Ask.input.value. If there are no errors, it will return a random message. We can display that response and set a timeout to be resolved in 5 seconds. Then, message.displayResponse, milliseconds, I'm assuming, 5. When the promise resolves, call the reset response function, .then response. We've got .then for the message, display time, and then we have a reset that follows up. So .then reset response. If the promise is rejected, we know that there's an error that we need that needs to be displayed. So display the error. Catch error, display error. Okay. we will be falling down this particular part of the rabbit hole probably later. Not sure we're going to get that far today. This is more of a setup stream for this particular project. Notice, see, look at this. I already have the title set up, or the file set up. Yeah. It was just before I've learned with the last two streams, going in cold, creating the file there, and then it's a whole fiasco of getting it over to the GitHub file, and it's me with 6 windows open and dragons. No. It's all crazy talk. So I went ahead and set up the file in GitHub before the stream. See, easy, smooth transition right into it. At least just the initial HTML one. It's already housed in a Magic 8 Ball GitHub friendly folder. So that headache's been avoided. But lastly, listen for the click events on the submit button. Submit button.add event listener, which we're getting better at our adding event listeners for click events, where they're not as terrifying. So yeah, good times. Example. Let's go ahead and crack open the example code. Oh, that totally I never looked at the source code for the last project for CoinToss. Alright, well I can do that later tonight. That'll be some good light reading. I wanted to read it before I dove into this one, but totally forgot about that. Hey, Topher, you finished the CoinToss project. Yes, I did, yesterday. I mean, it's not the prettiest. It probably could have used a little more CSS polishing, but I kind of like the straightforward look of it. So, and plus, I think the visual, we'll call it, how do I want to phrase this? You know what? The chart was visually satisfying. Having the red and blue chart, that took away a lot of the need to make the rest of it pretty, in my opinion, because the chart was awesome. The chart was indeed awesome. I'm glad that was part of it. So let's check this out. Wow, okay, so the Magic 8 Ball. Insert your question here, ask the Oracle. Am I going to struggle with this project? I think we all already know the answer to this. It is certain. It was perfect. That's spectacular. That's great. Oh, I couldn't have asked for a better response to that question. It was meant to be. So, with that said, the Oracle has spoken, an omen of truth. Oh, that was priceless. Okay, so since it's certain we're going to struggle, we don't need to worry about that. The mystery has been solved. We can go ahead and start to at least piece together the basics of what we're up against. Over. It is all-knowing. Yeah, clearly the Magic 8 Ball project has been watching the stream for the last 298 days and knows exactly what's up. Alright, so here we've got doc type, exclamation, HTML. Oh, you know what? And I can do this for all of them. HTML, enter. Whoa, no way. Oh my god. You just type in HTML and it does all that stuff for me? This is shocking. Oh. That's so cool. That's awesome. Alright. Okay. Good to know. Hey, Zero Love. Awesome. Glad you can make it. For all you know, it responds that way every time. That's true. Alright. This is so helpful. Oh, and I've forgotten the title in the head section for every single project. I'm that guy. Interesting. Huh. Well, that explains a lot. Let's go ahead and make space. Let's set up our script. Also, another thing I realized, so source, that's not right, source, is script. I realized, see, I've been doing the same kind of naming for the projects, for the, like, file sources, so I already know, which I assume is probably a good trait or thing to do. Maybe it's not. I don't know, maybe it's a security issue. Let's crack this open. But for the project names, so Hello World and Number Guessing, Coin Toss, Magic 8 Ball, so the next one will be Random User Generator. So the last game and all the previous stuff has been BDX, Coin Toss, and the current one, BDX, Magic 8 Ball. And this really doesn't, it has nothing to do with, one, I just like the pattern, but anyway, so the next one will be BDX random user, right? You get the picture, random user generator, whatnot. Okay, so anyways, but I realize since I'm doing that, here in our head we'll have the link to our CSS with the relation and type and link here. Not pretty, but nevertheless there's that, and then href. So for the file that I reference with this part, I realized all the games I could link to the same master CSS file. I could just have a BDX Inc. Projects CSS file, and it could already have H1s stylized and H2s and H4s and paragraphs and span tags and blah blah blah, and I could just have the same master level theme, and then at the end of this I could just have them all under one nicely themed website with 12 different games to choose from. Or not necessarily games, I mean, we'll call them activity project applications, if you will. But is that crazy? Is that wrong? To have I don't think I'm gonna do a master level one, but I realize it seemed like that could be a big time saver if I wanted a uniform appearance to all the projects that I do. So yeah, that was just something I realized, is I don't need to keep reinventing the CSS wheel. I could keep fine-tuning the same sort of project over and over if I wanted a common theme throughout. So that's all. Good times. Back to my rantings and setup. And let me see what's going down in the chat. Topher, you can even set up your own custom shortcuts, which is quite handy. Oh, for the HTML stuff. HTML. Yeah, that's so awesome. That's so cool. Dear love, hey Topher, I'm a little lost about what to do. I currently made about 5 projects with React. Should I continue to learn React or move to Angular, Vue, or maybe learn PHP / Python? Ooh, trying to build my portfolio in order to land a junior front-end job. I don't think it's about having experience with everything, but being proficient with what you know. True. I can attest. I'm the person who's tasted many languages and can't do squat with any of them. So yeah, definitely don't go down that path. True. I should probably spend a lot more time with React and become more knowledgeable, right? Depends on your goals. There's nothing wrong with dabbling with other frameworks just to see what you like, but I'd stick with the one you like best for dev jobs that require that skill set. That is true. As far as the perspective goes, I probably would still, if I were to start this journey again, it would be freakishly similar to what I already did. It might be a little more streamlined and slightly more focused. The difference is I probably would have started Code Academy and Free Code Camp at the same time, and Code Wars, and just latched on to JavaScript. Really paid attention to all the JavaScript activities across all three, and sort of try to commit to one earlier. But I'm still glad I got all the perspective of seeing what the different languages at their foundation had to offer, because I am pleased and satisfied with my JavaScript pick for first language to kind of commit to. Learning a front end and back end language will make you more well rounded. PHP and Python are still highly desirable. I know Ruby and Node.js for backend. I spent about a week learning Ruby and Rails during my boot camp, so I don't really have a lot of experience with Ruby on Rails. What was I doing? Piecing together the Nightmare at Hand. That's what I was doing. Just some initial setup. Relation style sheet. Type. I believe we want text / CSS, if I'm not mistaken. And we will end up doing, since we don't have our master level CSS file, it will simply be magic. Magic 8 ball. .css. Relation style sheet. Type text / CSS. H reference magic 8 ball. .css. Yeah, that's what we want. Copy. Source. But here we want JavaScript. And we're saving title. Magic 8 ball. New DDX. Magic 8. Awesome. And we're saving. Now the meta stuff, the UTF-8. I'm totally drawing a blank. I know it's a thing. It's isn't it tied to like character code and stuff like that? Like the index that it references or something to that effect? Yeah, as I'm looking at character set, yeah, it's like what type of characters to use, which we can leave that. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think I need to worry about going back to my previous projects and adding that in. And if Atom auto loads that when we type in HTML and it auto creates all this, we may as well leave it. No harm, no foul. And save. Cool. Topher. Okay, cool. Have you done any research in your city to see what experience companies are looking for? Topher, that might push your decision one way or another. Zero Love. They usually want Python / PHP or React / Angular. Therefore, those are among the most popular, I would agree, but you can pull from your experience with Ruby for Python and PHP. Pretty similar. Character encoding. Yes, character encoding. That was the answer to my question. Right, character encoding for the meta character set UT8F. Nice. Awesome. Sorry for annoying you, but one last question. Should I learn PHP first or Python? Ooh, want to learn first? Do that on. You're more dedicated. Fair enough. Also, hey, I have no clue. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have at least the core of our HTML doc structure laid out. Let's crack open and set up our CSS file. New file, which will be this. PDX Magic 8 Ball CSS. Copy. And we're saving, and we're saving. Save as blah. Oh, not blah. What's that, tiny cat? I hear you. I don't see you. Oh, you good? He's good. She'll come out of wherever she's napping. PDX Magic 8 Ball .css. Very important. Oh god. Oh god. Editor's not responding. Keep waiting. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Topher, you're annoying me. I may be a little biased, but I always enjoy PHP over Python personally, but I think Python is a bit more versatile. Hey there, little cat. What are your thoughts? What do you think Zero Love should do? Topher, in the end, they're so similar in a lot of ways that if you plan to learn both, it really doesn't matter what you take on first. Guess what? You're a cat. You are a cat. True. Yeah, you're a good little kitty. Do 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 dee 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 dee. See, little kitty believes in Zero Love. We all do. Zero Love's gonna kick ass. It's gonna be epic. Yeah, little kitty agrees. Such a good cat. All right, so tiny cat, if you could go chill on the bed for just a moment. We don't really have a really long stream. We're just kind of doing some basic setup for the files. Next thing, JavaScript. Yes, good, good, good. There you go, tiny cat. There you go. Alright, Topher, on another note, I demand little kitty emotes, right? Yeah, we definitely need to get those. I'm not sure how soon. We need to get those sooner than later, for sure. Hey, tiny cat. Oh my god. Cat, you made your way over to Adam. You were successfully able to move the mouse from Chrome to Adam, and you started clicking away. I'm gonna move you onto the bed, Cat, for just like a moment. That way I can set up the JavaScript file without you keying in some ridiculous file name. Alright, 1, 2, no, no, no. Don't get lower. Don't get lower. Okay, here we go. Buddy system. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Oh, you're good. My recommendation, if you're trying to learn PHP or Python, is make sure there's no cat in the room. That's really my first go-to coding tip. Make sure there's a lack of feline in your life if you're trying to do anything successfully within a small time frame. That's my only legit advice that I could possibly send your way right now. It will save you countless hours in production time. God, there's so much fur. goddamn quadruped. At least she's laying down now. Okay. So, JavaScript file. All we need to do is just set up the file, damn it. Copy, copy, copy. And, new file. File. No, it's gonna be over here. JavaScript. Right? Function stuff. Save as. That's what we're looking for. File. Save as. Oh my god. Oh my god. And wow, it doesn't like us doing. We tried to copy. Doesn't believe in us. Magic 8 ball dot JS. Everything looks good. Save, save, save. Awesome. There's this, that, and this. Now, what should we do? Currently, we basically have nothing right now. If we drop this in, we can see... Ta-da! Oh, look, the title's there! On the tab. That's cool. That's fun. Alright, well... At a minimum, what can we do just briefly? Again, this wasn't supposed to be the longest stream. I wanted to get all this out of the way and then really dive into it. Plus, we've got a needlessly early dinner event coming up, so we've got limited time before I have to stop and prep for that. I can't figure out why we're having lunch this late. Supposedly it's a dinner, but whatever. All I know is that there's food involved, so I'm happy to attend. Specifications. So, allow the user to ask a question, return a random response from the Magic 8 Ball. Specifications. Your HTML page should include a text input to allow the user to ask a question and a submit button. When the user types a question and clicks submit, you will randomly return a response from the Magic 8 Ball. Here's some possible responses. Be creative with it. All that good stuff. Display the Magic 8 Ball response to the user. Be creative with how you display the response. And after n seconds, remove the Magic 8 Ball response and clear the input field and allow the user to ask a new question. Okay, and then the 2 extra credit things. Add a client-side validation. Add basic client-side validation to the text input to ensure that the user hasn't left the field blank and that it ends with a question mark. And try using promises to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question and then reset the response after n seconds. An example of this promise chain might look like blah. Now, since there is the input field and the submit button and the event prevent default, I am pretty damn sure we will be utilizing the form element. I'm pretty sure. However, now that I'm getting used to just typing things in like so, like form or paragraph, and it just auto-creates, let me get rid of this, I'm noticing things that I didn't have in my last project, similar to the character set. So when I do form, yeah, I would set it up with class or ID, but action. What the deuce is the action portion for? Index.html and method post. I don't know. Should I Google these? I should Google those or just get rid of them? Little kitty, what do you think? Ah, you're licking yourself. Of course you are. Animal. Alright, well, she's just never helpful. So, do we get rid of action and method? Maybe we should Google them. What's form action? HTML form action. what it does. Let's find out. Is there an MDN document? Aha, form. Thank you. Exactly what we wanted. So, form in general, the HTML form element represents a documents section that contains interactive controls to submit information to a web server. It is possible to use the valid and invalid CSS pseudo-classes to style a form element. Good to know. Didn't know that. Usage note. Except. Oh, it's in regards to except. This element includes blah, blah, blah. Except a comma-separated list of content types that the server accepts. Oh, is that when you go to submit a document like a resume online? It says it accepts, PDFs or like a Windows Doc, or Doc X for, what is it, 2000 and up or 95 and up? I don't know. But yeah, the different file types, that's probably what that accepted is referring. Maybe, maybe not. Topher, you'd only use those properties on a form element when you plan to submit form data to a web server. Aha! So the fact that ours is just taking place here within itself on the interwebs, we don't really need to worry about those. And also, Zero Love sent us the method link, so we'll go ahead and click on that. Just on our phone, though. Wow, super furry tongue. Hey, we actually got it. You cat. Our tongue's furry because of you. You're not even near us. It's just wafting through the air. Awful. So graceful. Now, the method, HTTP methods on my phone, but that's all right. HTTP defines, yes, a set of request methods to indicate the desired action be performed for a given resource. Although they can also be nouns, these requests are sometimes referred to as HTTP verbs. We're getting into deeper issues that I don't think immediately apply to this exact game and or application we're trying to set up. Each of them implements a different semantic, but some common features are shared by a group of them, e.g. request methods can be safe, idempotent, I'm not even gonna, or cacheable. Good, good, good. Okay, GET requests. I'm familiar with GET requests. I wonder if that's the same head that we're looking at. Probably not. But delete, connect. Fascinating. That's okay. That's okay. Good information. Topher, an example would be the first follower submitted project you did. The first, when you submitted a form, which sent the form data to a PHP script running on your local web server. Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was the project Tenacious Raptor set us up with. Yeah, that whole bit. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Good to know. Noted. Good example. All right, so we got rid of those two. Class. Do we want to keep form as class or an ID? I guess since it falls out of the womb with class when we auto create it, we'll just keep it as is. Form, we will have our input field, input. I'm totally blanking on everything else that needs to go into the input field, but we'll also have a button. Wow, and I can't remember if either of these are both self-closing or if they both need a tag or a closing tag. Oh, watch this. Watch this. Input and enter. Aha! Yeah, take that. See, little kitty, we're learning. We're learning. Trust the editor. Yeah. That's what we learned. Button. Enter. Look at this. It's all happening right in front of me. This is great. This is so awesome. I don't think are other people as excited about this stuff when it happens for them? Maybe not. Maybe it's because I waited 298 days to get to this point. This is probably all day one stuff or day two stuff that the rest of the world of developers are experiencing. I think the joy comes from the 298 days of infusion preceding this. These tiny discoveries. It is fun though. It's great. I'm having a blast. Look at this. It works for everything. Paragraph. So cool. Okay, we'll get rid of that. So, focus, Steven. Focus. We're gonna have an input field. And we can add ID. We can add ID to both of these just because we can. ID. I think submit would be fine. That seems like an okay name for an ID field. ID submit. Why is it blue? Probably because it's different. Because IDs are unique. That's why. That's how I'm going to justify that to myself. ID equals... And... Oh crap, maybe it's not submit. Well, both are submit. No. One's the question. Crap, I don't know. We'll call it question or ask. Yeah, we'll call it question. These life decisions. I am telling you, they're going to change the course of history, what we name these IDs. At least that's how it feels like it to me. Button ID. Submit. This one will be submit because that's what the button's going to be. Type button name. Does it show here submit versus submit? I totally forget. Value. Crap, I forget what we have as the value. Isn't it a thing? Something happens. I'm trying to remember back to the last two projects. Or remember 2 projects ago where we had the input field. And it was for the number guessing game. They'd guess a number and they'd hit submit. And we would check the value in JavaScript. But it needed to find its value. How did we get the user input field to hold that value? Did we have to tie it to something, or we just left it blank and it autofills when they put their answer in? Maybe this autofills when they put their answer in. Name should be, I guess question, capital. And save. Let's do refresh. Aha, I've got a submit field. Meow? Question mark? That's a question. Submit. And nothing overly special happened, which is good. So we've got our input field, we've got our button. What do we want to do now? Really kind of just the basics. Oh, we should let them know that the game is called Title. Title. Body. H1. I almost forgot. H1. Boom. Magic. 8-ball. Maybe it should be hyphenated. Be hyphenated? It should be hyphenated. Typical. Here's that. Dee 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 la da 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 do do dee 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 dee. Saving and we're oh, not that one. Not that one. Over here. Ta-da, dee 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 dee. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so there's that, and let's just do a quick basic one. I do think we're gonna kind of wrap it up. Again, we just laying the groundwork. H1 will be bold. Wait. Sans serif. Maybe bold. It's already in H1, so it is kind of boldish already. Font family. Serif. And save. Refresh. Yeah, nice. Although I think we will give it a bit more life. See, this is fun. That seems interesting. We're going to leave it as sans serif for now, just for the initial setup, but we will give this project a bit more life to it, since there's creativity is part of the instructions. We'll make a stronger creative effort to bring some life to our little app. Now, I think we're just gonna leave that as is for now. We'll dive into all the fun JavaScript stuff tomorrow. As far as just the core structure for HTML, I think that's enough to build CSS and JavaScript off of. And looking at the time, that still leaves us with just enough time to get ready for our dinner plans, our freakishly early dinner plans for some reason. So we'll save all of this. We can push it to GitHub. Closing out that. Crack open the desktop app because we can. And OBS. Oh crap, I need to create another repository. Like, I saved all the files in the right place, but now I need to figure out current repository. Master. Ah. Hold on. It's no changes. Would you like to open this repository in Finder? File, new repository. That's what it is. New repository name, BDX, Magic, 8-ball. I think we've taken enough damage and scarred ourselves enough where we've finally learned what is actually needed here. Description, we don't need to worry about name. BDX, Magic 8-ball, and choose the file path. Yes, we should choose the file path. Oh, no, it's probably... Wait, cancel. I'm not sure on what to do. Everything hurts and is scary right now. Crap, I closed out of it. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. New repository. This. Where... Aha! Coin toss. So I am supposed to change it. I am supposed to change it. Good. BDX. Magic. 8. So, can all of this noise be seen in OBS? It can. Good. I want to make sure my struggle is visible. Magic 8 Ball. Struggle is real. Choose. Here, see, we set everything up already. So open that. Ta-da. And create. So... God, I hope that's okay. Let's just submit Magic 8 Ball. The setting up the basics. I'm pretty sure there's like an industry phrase for what I just did, setting up all the basic like files and structure of everything we're going to work on, but I don't know what that is, so we're going to go with the layman's terms and drop that in. Commit to master. And publish. Don't keep this code private. And go time. Did that actually work? God, I hope that worked. Let's hide that. We can check. GitHub is terrifying. Doo-da, doo-da. GitHub is terrifying. Hey, look at that. Look at that. So, Magic 8 Ball, but there's a lack of stuff in there. Maybe we need to make current changes. Let's enter, save, enter, and save. Yeah, cool. Enter, command, save, and enter, command. Good, good. Let's go back to GitHub. Why are there no changes? All of that. Everything about this seems terrifying and wrong. Something seems... Oh, this is the fiasco I ran into last time. GitHub noob issues. Now I need to create... There's another folder in Finder now created that. I jumped the gun on creating the stuff on my desktop. We'll get there. I'll move it over post-stream. We've struggled enough. Okay. Topher, when you submit a form, which center... Okay, that was the last one. Topher Gates, have a good evening. Yes, thank you, Topher. You as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. / evening. Let's close out of this. That. Into OBS. Thank you again to anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream. Today we had Topher, Zero Love, and I have no clue. And anyone else who may have accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream, any and all views are greatly, greatly appreciated. Day 298 comes to an end, but the adventure continues with day 299 of the year of streaming and learning to code. In the meantime, we are stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it!